Hello, guys, and welcome to my little first look at Star Citizen. Well, it's a first look for me. I know that there's a lot of people that really haven't, you know, seen too much of it, and I was hoping that, me sharing some of my first experiences with this alpha, maybe I could get other people interested in the game. Um, Star Citizen for me is really exciting just because I grew up playing the Wing Commander and Privateer games, and when I heard that the developer that made those games was going to be working on Star Citizen, or well, it's essentially like he's the director. This is his game. Um, Not just working at it, like this is his work of art. I know that there's like an entire development team that's helping him with this and working alongside him and coming up with their own ideas, but I just got so excited when I heard that there was just going to be like a new wing commander. I was like, oh, this is awesome. But I finally just got it last night, and as you can see in front of my character, that is my ship that I bought with my pledge. Um, I was afraid to spend too much money right off the bat, just because even though I was really excited and the game looks amazing, and I have heard some good things from people, I was just worried that if I spend a lot of money and the game turns out to not be that good or fun to play, I would have felt, like I just wasted a lot of money. But luckily, I don't feel that way. I really like this game so far. There's a few different modules which are essentially just little snippets of the game and different, like, that demonstrate different mechanics of the game, like flying or just combat. And soon they're going to be releasing a module specifically for the first-person shooter aspect of the game, and it is just exciting stuff. Right now, I am in free flight, and I just kind of wanted to show off my RSI Aurora MR for people that have not seen too many of the ships. And I know this is like the basic ship. This is the basic ship, but this. I'm kind of proud of it. It's my first ship. What can I say? Um, I got the basic package, which was only about 45 US dollars. It comes with this ship, which it is now mine. And when the game comes out, it should still be mine. I don't think that I should plan on losing it anytime soon. This basic package, this ship, the Aurora is kind of like a modular, well-rounded ship. This one right here has some basic weaponry. It's just two laser cannons that are on the front. They're not the strongest lasers, but they definitely blow things up if I shoot them enough. So it's kind of fun. And I'll show you a little more about the combat system in a moment. And even though the game doesn't have any kind of planets or trade centers to land on, like they do boast that this ship in particular is customizable, and the fact that you could add different cargo containers or different kinds of modules on the bottom of the ship right here. As you can see right where a big container or something could snap right in there. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. Let's see, let's take a look inside the ship. I will open up this airlock. The other one's already open because I was just in it a second ago, and I don't know if there's a way to close it back up until you start the ship. But you could just climb right up here. Let me switch to first-person view so we can see a little better. Alright. It's a small little tiny ship, not too much. I seem to be stuck on the floor or something. There's the cockpit. I'll sit there in a minute, and I can let you have a look at this nifty... Oh, nope, don't go back outside. Hold on a second, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, I was trying to show you the bed, which isn't much. Can I jump back up in here? It won't let me glitch in there like it does in the hangar. Alright, let me crawl back up there. I'll try to click on the bed this time without hitting the door. Maybe I gotta get right up against it. I'm bouncing off the walls a little bit. For the most part, the game doesn't have too many bugs, especially in free flight. Like, as you can see, I'm clipping on some objects ever so slightly and just bouncing around a little bit, but it really isn't all that bad. Different modules, like game modules, have slightly different problems here and there. Like right now, the frame rate is very good. Everything is highly detailed. It looks amazing. But I did notice when I was in different modes, For instance, the racing mode, you could actually participate in time trials and like just ship races. The frame rate seems to drop a lot, and I'm not too sure if it's my computer or if it's just the game itself. I'm hoping that it's the game, because I had just built my PC a few weeks ago, and I made sure that the specs for my PC were much higher than what they recommended. So, I don't know. We'll see in the future if they fix it. And then there's like the training mode where there's a whole lot of weird little things going on. Like, you can see the helmet right now around the sides of the screen while I'm in first person view, and it looks good. It's not bouncing around or doing anything weird, but when you're in the training mission, for some reason your character's helmet is just bouncing back and forth like crazy, and it is highly distracting. As you can see though, right here in the cockpit, there's some little like flashing stuff going on right here. Let's get in the seat, maybe we can see it a little better. Just watch the character squeeze in between the glass into his seat, and he will turn on all of his control panels here.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
And as you can see, the computer's voice in this ship happens to sound like Tony Stark's Jarvis computer system, which I think is pretty rad, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, that's a little weird. Do not grab. Seems to be a mirrored version of the same thing that's going on that side. Anyway, all the ships have different voices. All the ships essentially show the same information on their displays. It's just depending on the ship, the displays are going to be in slightly different places. I've flown a couple of different ships. I've flown a military ship, which I can't quite remember the name of it at this moment. But a lot of the displays in the military ship actually look like they're on the character's helmet instead of on the ship itself. On here it's got these two screens and the one holographic display in the center, and I've also test driven the P-52 Merlin, which is a ship that's currently on a trial right now where anybody can fly it for free for a limited time, and it has a really nice dashboard, which I could probably show you either later in this video or perhaps, if this video gets too long, in a second video. But I don't want to get too much into all the details. The left side right here has kind of just like an overview of your ship and all of the specs on your ship and everything. It shows a top-down view, and if I take any damage, it'll go from green, yellow to red to indicate that it's taking heavy damage. Down below you can see my two laser cannons, and I do have the ability to switch between different tabs. They have the overview tab, the weapon tab, power tab, and the shield tab. And the power tab, the menu is so that you could kind of control how much energy is going to different modules on the ship. Like, you could increase all the power. So if you have a lot of weapons, you could increase full power to the weapon system, so that way, you know, you won't run out of power as much. You know, because if you have multiple weapon systems, it's going to drain your ship's energy like crazy. Or you could just increase the shield strength for a limited time, or increase your thrusters. And then the shield menu right here, my ship in particular only has a front shield and a back shield, which if I get shot from the sides, top or bottom, I'll probably get taken out pretty quick, but you got to keep an eye on your shields. Alright, and then on the other side, nothing... Hold on a sec, I'm having trouble with the buttons. Alright, on this side, there's nothing displayed right now, but usually if there's enemies or other people that you're flying around with, it'll show their ship information, similar to mine right there, but it'll show it all on this side. And like I said, it's the same for every ship, it just may look a little bit different. And then, as you can see, I have this radar right here, which comes in handy for landing or just maneuvering around large objects, especially when you're in first-person mode. Like, I will take off now. Let me just get ready to take off.
Engaging autopilot. Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised. Disengaging autopilot.
And,
engaging landing mode. Landing request approved. Engaging autopilot. Landing gear deployed. Manual.
Alright, so that didn't work out as a plan, because I guess I have autopilot on still. You can take off and land manually.
Autopilot.
So let me
automated. Manual.
Alright, so I got the manual landing and takeoff. So let me just kind of...
Takeoff complete. Landing gear
Whoa!
raised.
Alright, that was a little faster than I thought it would be. Okay, well...
Engaging landing mode. Landing request approved.
Alright, so what I was trying to show you, even though I'm having difficulties, is you can kind of see on the radar, now that I'm in landing mode, you can see where it shows a square and those red arrows. I don't know how to find what I'm looking for. Alright, I seem to have lost the landing pad. Oh, it's above me. Wouldn't you know? Alright, let's try this again. I didn't think I would just take off like that. Okay.
Landing request approved. Landing gear deployed. Landing gear raised.
So, if I move forward, you could actually see the landing gear pop into view as like the form of a square. Sort of. It's really zoomed in. It's hard to tell, but when it turns green, you know that you're above the landing pad and you could drop down and land. But
engaging weapons mode.
I will stop boring you. That didn't go as smoothly as I had planned. Alright, well, aside from that, there's weapons. I have my lasers. You can do all kinds of maneuvers and everything. This ship in particular is not a very fast ship. The fastest speed that I could get it to is 175 meters per second, and it's not very agile, so if I try to make tight turns, it's gonna have a little bit of trouble getting around stuff. Whoa! And you just saw and heard two things right there.
Chat selected. Flare selected. Flare selected.
So the first thing that you heard was Jarvis warned me, oh my god, you're going to hit that asteroid. So he was making sure that I didn't hit that. The second thing, if you notice when I turned really fast to try to avoid the asteroid, the screen started to get really blurry and kind of washed out. They try to simulate, the G-forces. So if you're making really high speed and quick turns, your character's going to black out. And then if you black out, you're not going to be able to see what you're doing. You're going to crash and probably die. So the faster the ship, the more careful you have to be, really. Alrighty then. And since there's no enemies around, there's not too much else I could show you. But we'll do a nice little cinematic landing sequence for you, and then I guess we'll end the video at that. So let me make sure. Oh, I can't see what's going on unless I'm in the cockpit. So I will get ready to land.
Mode.
I'll show you what it looks like in third person.
Landing request approved.
Alright, so I got it kind of squared up and over, and I'm just going to set it to
automated. Engaging autopilot. Landing gear deployed.
And boy, is that pretty cool. You could see the little thrusters on the top of the ship and everything, balancing it out.
Landing complete. Disengaging autopilot.
It's pretty neat. I like it a lot. Alright guys, sorry about that. I guess my game crashed, so that will be the end of the video. Thanks for watching though, and hopefully I could get another video in soon for you guys, showing off a different module. You guys take care. Thank you very much.